Spirit fam, welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you the February monthly energy for the collective. What do they want us to be aware of this upcoming month? For those of you that are new, welcome to Eileen into Spirit. My name is Eileen. I am a spiritual advisor and an intuitive coach. I primarily work with women. I empower them to embrace and embody their divine essence so that they can stand in their own power and own it. So we appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for being a part of the Spirit fam. We welcome you and we ask that you subscribe, like, and share our content so that we can share our message with the world. Without further ado, let's get into today's video. All right, let's see what the angels and the ascended masters have for us this upcoming month in February. So I do want to point out that this is going to be a general message. It will not resonate with everyone. I ask that you take with you what you want and leave the rest behind. Also know that I take jumpers from the pack. I do not like to choose my own cards. I have already pre-shuffled, so we're going to get right into today's message. Angels, ascended masters, what energy do you have for us this upcoming month in the month of February? Well, that shot out fairly quickly. So as you know, our monthly readings are going to be 9 cards. I'm going to do them a little bit differently. I'm actually going to do them the same way that I do my own monthly spreads every month because I feel that you get more value and more information from them. So this is beautiful already. I'm excited. I'm excited because I've already seen the first 3 cards and I'm like, whoa. This is good. So we start out with the Magician, which is beautiful because you all know that whenever I see the Magician, I get really excited. Okay. All right. We are fast approaching. We need 4 more cards. 4 more cards, please. Okay, 3 more. This is for the collective, the monthly energy for the month of February. Monthly energy for the month of February for the collective. What is the February energy for the collective? February energy. 3 more cards. A lot of these want to pop out, but they're like, no, not yet. All right, 3 more. Come on, come on. I know you got them in there. I know you got them in there. Okay, these are 2. Thank you. So we just need 1 more, please, angels. 1 more. Do we want this one? Yes. Okay. We want it. We definitely want it. Okay. Oh, beautiful. I love this. Okay, let me sit here and look at this because you know me. I love to look at numbers. All right. Okay. We're going to get right into it. Okay. So first card up, we have, where are you currently? Where am I currently? And we have the Magician. Okay. The Magician is the second major arcana of the entire tarot deck. And what I love about the Magician is that the Magician is the creator. He is the one that is in the physical, and he utilizes all of the elements within the physical to create magic. And if you've watched my video long enough, you know that I have this saying when it comes to the Magician where I say, as above, so below, work your magic and let it flow, right? The beauty of having in this particular space really says that you currently are in the state of wanting something different, so much so that you're trying to figure out how to manifest it. You're in manifesting mode. You're now wanting to bring change in. You're wanting to change things and really allow yourself to bring that into a newer, changing things up, right? Because you're no longer wanting to stay within the same status quo. The beauty of the magician is that the magician holds the aces for every single one of the suits. So he holds the ace of wands, he holds the ace of swords, he holds the ace of cups, and he holds the ace of pentacles. So he has all of the elements, all of the resources within his grasp, and he utilizes the power of those to create magic, to make it a reality, okay? Your theme this month is the 9 of Pentacles. So this really tells me that this month, your theme really needs to be about gratitude, being so grateful for where you are, but also recognizing how far you've come, what all you've accomplished. You know, look how she's reaching with utter joy and gratitude as she's seen like all of her hard work, everything that she's worked so hard for, and she's starting to see the rewards that she's worked so hard for. This month, it's really going to be important that you recognize your milestones, that you recognize no matter how small or how big they are, recognize, give yourself praise, give yourself thanks for going through every single lesson, coming into contact with every single person that you've come into contact with, and be proud of how far you've come. I think that's important because I don't think a lot of times we really give ourselves enough praise of how much we've accomplished. And I feel that having this 9 of Pentacles right there, because what this really tells me is that this woman is so happy and is so proud and is so confident that she has everything that she needs and that she desires. And she realizes that, you know what? I'm independent. I'm strong. I can do this. Like, she has that drive, and she knows that no matter what she comes into contact with, or no matter what she faces, she's going to persevere. And that's the beauty of having this 9 of Pentacles in this particular spot. We then move on to what you need to accomplish this month, okay? So we have the Page of Cups, okay? And the page really it personifies that dream a dream, right? So the page is one of those that he's constantly dreaming. He's in la la land. He's dreaming about, when pigs fly, and he's dreaming about the impossible. But he's also allowing himself to daydream. I don't think we do that very often. We don't allow ourselves to daydream about what we're wanting or what we're desiring. And so what you need to accomplish this month is really allow yourself to be that inner kid that daydreams, that dreams the impossible, that dreams that, horses can be pink, and that unicorns exist, and that mermaids really do live in the ocean, and that there is an Ariel somewhere around swimming under the sea. Like, that is what the Page of Cups brings, right? He allows himself to daydream, to then realize that when he can do that, when he can tune into that kind of energy, then he opens himself up for an opportunity of watching it flourish outside of him, right? And that's what the Page of Cups really wants you to accomplish this month. It wants you to really accomplish that inner child in you that remembers what it was like to pretend or to imagine or to dream, okay? We then have what you need to avoid this month. Now, this is important, and I'm really surprised that we have the Knight of Cups in this position, okay? So what this is saying is what you need to avoid this month is you need to avoid relationships in a way that are self-serving, okay? A Knight of Cups really brings forth an offering, brings forth a message, brings forth, delivers to you love, okay? And Knights move very quickly, and this is going to move in very quickly. So what I'm going to say, the things that you need to avoid this month is be very mindful of what type of people you are attracting in your life, okay? What kind of love are you really attracting? Now, I know that there are lots of people out in the collective right now that are really trying to attract a love partner. They're trying to attract the man or their woman of their dreams, or they're trying to find that ultimate partner, right? It's so important that you really become very aware, okay? Especially since you are in magician mode. Because if this is where you currently are, the things that you are thinking about and putting forth so much passion and emotion into, you are ultimately creating, okay? This is why it is so important to be very aware and very mindful what kind of love or relationships you are attracting. Now, this does not have to automatically mean romantic love. This just means relationships in general. This could mean like friends that you come into contact with, coworkers that you work with on a daily basis. This represents emotions and relationships in all aspects, right? So, are you being fruitful in your relationships? Are you being very evasive in your relationships, right? The energy that you give is the energy that you receive. So that's the important thing. That's the one thing that you really need to avoid. And what I'm going to say here is that really figure out with this magician, what it is you're desiring when it comes to relationships or what it comes to love, right? Because you're manifesting that. Then move it into the theme of the month, which is look at your milestones, look at the types of relationships you've had throughout your life. Look at the type of love partners you had throughout your life. And no matter how difficult or how terrible those might have been, don't discount them, because each one of those has taught you something. It is a milestone. It has taught you something and has allowed you to grow into the person that you are now, right? And if you're trying to bring in new relationships, and if you're trying to bring in, a new love partner, allow yourself to dream, but be very clear. Be very clear about what that looks like and what that feels like, right? Because the Page of Cups is really the wanderer. They wander and they wonder about so many things, and they dream the impossible. So with this Knight of Cups, it's going to be very important that you are very aware that which you give, you receive, okay? So what do you need to embrace this month? We have right at the heart of our reading, the 8 of Wands. Now, what this tells me is that this is fast energy. This is quick. This is fast. And this is like no questions asked, move. So what this tells me is that if you're really trying to bring something in, if you're trying to manifest something, okay, because all of y'all out there, my little magicians, y'all are creating, and I love this. I love that you feel inspired, that you feel motivated, that you want to change, that you want something different, and you're bringing it in, okay? But what this 8 of Wands is really telling us, what you need to embrace, is that once you figure it out, once you figure out what it is that you're wanting and you're like, that's it, that's what I want, you need to move on the guided action. Don't shuffle your feet. Don't sit back and say, well, I just don't know if it's going to work. Move. Because the 8 of Wands talks about fast movement, talks about fast inspiration, fast ideas. That stuff is going to be coming to you quick, and you need to move on it. You need to go with the flow with it, okay? Also, allow yourself to really be in the ebb and flow of inspiration, of, the way things tend to move, they move in flows of ups and downs, right? Things don't just move straight in a line. That's just not how it works. So it's important that what you need to embrace is the ebb and flow of how things come in and come out of your life, okay? I also sort of feel that this is telling me that it's going to take me back to the Knight of Cups here with the relationships, is that, you know, depending on what it is you're trying to bring in, whether it's a new relationship, a new love partner, whatever, you know, that Eight of Wands really says that you need to be open to communicating to yourself about what it is you're really wanting. Learn how to speak your truth. Learn how to be open and honest about what it is that you're really wanting. And don't be afraid to speak that truth. Also recognize that people come in and out of your life very frequently. And the people that are meant to not be in your life, the people that leave your life at the opportunity or at the moment that they're supposed to. Okay? Don't sit and cry over spilled milk, which brings me to like don't cry over something that you've lost. You lost it. There's a reason you lost it. You don't want to ever second guess it because Spirit always knows what's best for you. Okay? We then move into the obstacle you will face this month. And this is important because we have the Five of Pentacles, okay? The obstacle here is going to be that no matter what transpires this month, because you're in magician mode and you're creating, and remember, that which you create, okay, you have to let something go in order to bring something in, okay? You have to envision it this way. If your cup is full, there is no more room in your cup to put something in there. It's just going to overflow. It's like if you're holding on to all of these relationships that you don't want to let go of because they've been a part of your life for so long, but they manipulate you, they deceive you, they talk shit about you, they're never there for you. If you're still holding on to these people, and Spirit is trying to bring in people that are more in alignment with who you are wanting to become, what's going to happen is that when Spirit's trying to pour that into your cup, it's just going to slide right out your cup. That's exactly what's going to happen. So what you need to do is really take inventory of those relationships. Are you learning from those people? Are they benefiting you? Because if they're not benefiting you, they're not serving you. And if they're not serving you, they need to go. They need to take a hike, right? You need to let them go, cut them out of your life. Because you know what it is that you want. And if you know what it is that you want, then that is what you're going to go after. And once you release those people, you now have room in your cup. So when Spirit comes in and brings you those new relationships, those new people, you now have room in your cup. And when Spirit pours those relationships into your cup, they have a space. They have a space that will fit, right? So with this Five of Pentacles, you need to really let it go. Don't fret over things that you have no control over. Recognize that there is so much going on around you. You have the key. The solution to your situation, to your problem, to your experience is right there. All you have to do is lift your head. Be willing to look and observe around you and say, there's my key. There's my door. Open the door and walk right through it. Okay? All right. Now, what support do you have this month? This is beautiful, okay? Because the support that you have is the world, which means that you have Spirit. Spirit is on your side. Those people that are connected to you in a spiritual sense are there to help guide you, sort of like me. We're here to help you remember that everything has a cycle, right? Everything always comes full circle. Not everything is meant to stay with you or to grow with you or to move with you. There are certain, it's like that term, friends often come in at a certain time. Some stay for a season. Some don't stay very long, right? Everything has a cycle. Everything always comes in when it needs to. It serves its purpose, and when its purpose is complete, it ends. The world represents the ending, right? The ending of a cycle, the ending of moving on from that which no longer serves us or that which no longer provides us with purpose in order for us to move in the direction that we're wanting. Do you see how all of this is connected? Do you see how the beauty of, if you're in the magician's spot, if you're in the spot of really creating something magical, that you're wanting it so badly and you're starting to create the work. Now you've come to the point that the support, when you sit down and you look and you say, who is supporting me? Who supports me and appreciates me and values me in my life? And those are the people that you want to keep in your life. Those are the people that need to stay in your life, because those are the people that are going to support you regardless of what you do, who you are, what you say, and how things go, right? Because we always have those friends that come knocking at your door the moment that you win the lottery or you accomplish something big, right? They want to be a part of your wins, but they don't want to be a part of your losses. Those are the kinds of people that you need to say, c'est la vie. It's time to go, okay? So then you have, what is your action this month? Now, this is beautiful and so important because we have the moon, okay? The moon really represents our emotions, right? It represents the things that we often keep hidden from ourselves. It represents the dark shadows within us, right? Your action this month is to really evaluate how you feel about every person in your life, every situation, everything that you're doing. Really be the devil's advocate here and really allow yourself to ask the deeper questions. Is this serving me? Is this fulfilling me? Am I satisfied with this? Be willing to dig deep. This is so important because with the moon has two phases, two sides to it, right? We have the one that faces us, that shines the light on the things that we see that we often don't want to see. It's going to shine light on the people, the situations, the circumstances, everything, right? The situations, it's going to shine light on it. But it also has the backside. We don't ever see the backside of the moon, right? And what's on the backside of the moon are the things that are hidden from us, right? What's beyond that's hidden from us? All of our blessings, our opportunities. If you can truly evaluate what the moon is shining its light upon, you would be so amazed at what's beyond that moon. Behind that moon is the sun, which is your happiness. It is your glory day, right? So it's important that you recognize that when you go through this month and certain situations happen and you start recognizing things, you start seeing synchronicities, certain things start popping up and you're like, oh, well, that's why that happened. And I sort of had a gut feeling about that person, or I knew that was going to happen. That's when you need to start paying attention, right? Because that is how spirit communicates with you. They communicate with you by you observing, being aware of your surroundings and what's going on around you and how your body responds to those things, those situations, those experiences, the people. Really be aware and evaluate that. And be willing to shine a light on the darker aspects of yourself that you might be afraid to tread through, right? Because you don't know what you're going to find at the other end of it, on the opposite side of it, that which it's trying to hide from you. Okay? And last but not least, we have, what is the advice and the encouragement that Spirit has for you this month? And my friends, this is the beauty of it. We have the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups is what a lot of people like to call the happy family card. But in this particular deck, I don't really look at it as the happy family card. I look at it as pure bliss, harmony, and spiritual fulfillment. When you can truly listen to the messages and the information that Spirit provides you, you would be amazed at what you actually get, right? This is the reason why I wanted to share this spread with you and the questions that I ask. And I'm going to be very upfront and tell you that these particular questions I did not come up with by myself. I got them from another source because I found it to be very helpful and very useful, and it was valid information. And this is a spread that I do for myself every single month because it gives me so much information. It's important that you do these things so that you can truly embody the Nine of Pentacles, who can see, who can touch, who can feel their milestones, and they can see how far they've come, how much they've grown, right? When you can do this for yourself and you start really being aware and you start to pay attention, then that's when you really start seeing everything, and everything starts to just roll into this beautiful harmony of bliss and spiritual fulfillment, where you feel all of your cups are full. You feel so blessed. You feel so gracious. You feel amazing for this beautiful opportunity that's been presented to you. Despite all of the hardships, you start to see it all as a blessing. And that, my friends, is the beauty of all of this. So I hope that this resonated with you. I really loved this, and I love that Spirit guided me to really do the spread this way for you. It's still the same amount of cards that I do for my normal monthly reads, but I feel that it's going to give you that much more, many golden nuggets to help you expand and grow into your spiritual awakening, into your journey, and truly help you connect with your divine essence. So thank you all so much for joining me today, and we will see you next time. Namaste, guys.